youth are our future. And our guest today is a wonderful person who is empowering young people. She is the president of the Boys and Girls Club of Hawaii. Please welcome Paddy Kauhane. Hi, Paddy.
Hi, Jessica. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see you again, and I just love the work that you're doing. For those people who aren't familiar with the mission of the Boys and Girls Club, can you share with us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So our mission is to enable all young folks, especially those who need us most, to have a successful future and to make sure that they have the resources they need to get there and to graduate from high school with a plan for their future, make sure they're healthy, make sure they're connected, and make sure they're ready to be those future leaders. So our clubhouses, they're all brick and mortar buildings, and they welcome children after they're finished school. So basically when they don't have anything to do, sometimes they're latchkey kids, they would go home alone. So we offer them a safe environment. We offer them adult youth professionals who actually know how to work with them, and we offer really exciting programs. So we always say kids vote with their feet, and the kids are voting to come to our clubhouse, and they love it there.
How many clubhouses do you have?
So we have 10 clubhouses and teen centers on 2 islands. We serve Oʻahu and Kauaʻi. There are 2 other organizations in the state. One is Maui and the other is the Big Island, but we just serve Oʻahu and Kauaʻi. And in our clubhouses, we serve approximately 4,500 kids a year and over 14,000 in outreach programs outside of the clubhouse.
Let's talk more about the program specifically and what you offer when the youth arrive and show up at your doorstep, so to speak.
Well, first of all, they show up and they're hungry. And a lot of the kids, you know, they go to school, they have their breakfast and they have their lunch, you know, and then they come to the club and they're ready to eat. And for some of them, it will be the last meal that they will have until they go back to school the next day.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
how sad.
we always try and have healthy snacks ready for them. And then whenever possible, we give them a meal before they go home. And then the first thing we do is called Power Hour. And it's called that because it's an hour of homework. So we say to the kids, show us your homework. Let us help you. Let's get you started. You have to hunker down and get that homework done. If they say, oh, we don't have homework, then we say, okay, then grab a book from the library and you can read for an hour. And so they have to do that. And then once they're finished that, then they can choose one of the other programs. And that way they're done their homework before they get to go play.
Let's talk about the ages of the youth that come to your program.
So officially we're age 7 through graduation, which is usually 17 or 18. We've tried to bring kindergarten year age kids in, but it's a big space, it's very noisy, and it's a little intimidating, I think, for some of the younger ones. So
let's go back to our original conversation about after the kids come to the clubhouse, they get their home, they eat, they do their homework. What happens next?
So they have choices. They can go to healthy living programs where we have cooking. We partner with Hawaii Egg Foundation and chefs come in, and it's called Cooking Local. It's a farm-to-table program where we have donations of food that comes in. The kids learn how to cook something, and then they take the ingredients home so they can cook for their families. We have team sports, volleyball, basketball, flag football, dance lessons, yoga, anything that kids would love just to, you know, get involved in. We have games rooms at all of our clubs where there's air hockey, pool, ping pong, there's video games, we're getting into the e-games right now, which is the thing to do. There is arts and craft classes. I mean, really anything. We have STEM programs. We have a robotics program right now. It's just, I mean, anything the kids love, it's there.
Now, I know what STEM means, but just in case one of our viewers does not, can you explain what
So
it
it's a science, technology, engineering, math. And then there is STEAM, where they added A for arts as well.
All of this costs money, of course. How are you funded?
Philanthropy, so donations, foundation grants, and government grants. And then we have some fundraising events that we do every single year. And altogether, that provides us with the funds that we need to keep our doors open. We only charge our kids $25 a year for membership fees, and for teens it's only $10 a year.
That is wonderful.
Thank you.
Wow.
It costs around $1,500 per child per year, so we have to make up that variance per child every year.
Patty, can you share with us about some of your alumni?
Yeah, so one of our most beloved alumni here in Hawaii is Jake Shimabukuro. So he was a member of our Spalding Clubhouse, and he still is connected with us. Anytime we call him up, he says, yes, yes, it's always yes, because he's there for the kids, because he knew. Another one is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And he actually attended the Spalding Clubhouse when he was young. And so he's done a shout out for our clubs before as well.
And of course, one of your amazing programs is the Youth of the Year Award. And you were so kind to invite me to be a judge in a previous contest. And I could not believe the maturity of the youth and what they credit their maturity and their understanding to the Boys and Girls Club. Explain to those people what the Youth of the Year Award is.
Sure, and thank you for being a judge, Jessica, because it meant so much to me to have you there, and you were such a good judge. So the Youth of the Year program is a leadership program that takes the kids in their teen years, and we start in the fall. It's through a partnership with our group called the Alliance of Young Professionals, and these folks come in and mentor the kids, and they take them through public speaking lessons and writing essays and speeches, and there's a lot of social emotional wellness things that happen through their conversations. They build these incredible bonds, and they give a platform for these teens to stand up and talk about their challenges and their passions in life. So then the competition itself is it's a cumulative effort, as you know, between the essays and the speeches, and then one person wins from our organization, and then that person goes to the state competition, and then that winner goes to regional, and then the top echelon is the Youth of the Year nationally. That person is like, it's the highest honor any Boys and Girls Club member could have, and it opens the door, including a full ride scholarship to a college of their choice.
Now, I have to bring up COVID. How did you survive?
What an incredible year, so many challenges. When it first hit in March and we had to shut down the state, we immediately met with our team leaders and said, what can we do? We can't just abandon these kids. And so we created virtual programs, and we were able to engage actually over 20,000 kids over the past year through our virtual programs. It was absolutely incredible.
That is. And as a matter of fact, over the year, as you mentioned, the kids did a Valentine's video.
They did.
Tell us about that.
So it was heading up to Valentine's Day, and I was just thinking about, all of the trauma and all of the challenges, and I thought, we just need to love each other. We just need to really be there for each other and support each other. So I asked my club directors, I said, would you just go around and ask the kids, why is love, why is aloha so important right now? And just record them and send them to me. And so they did. And these kids, they were so authentic and sweet and kind. And so we put it together in this video. And then I asked one of our former employees who has one of the most beautiful voices. Her name is Kauaʻi and Oʻahu. And she sang, because I asked her, I said, what the world needs now is love. And she sang that for me, and that ended the video. And I couldn't have been happier with it.
In closing, what inspires you?
The kids inspire me. We all have to be constantly looking at our future, and our future are our kids. And this has been such a difficult year for them. The learning loss is huge. I don't think we're gonna realize the impact of what they've been through, and for us to be able to be there and open our clubs as learning centers for them, and for them to be trusting in us, to me, that's inspiring. And so when we get up, all of us get up to work in the morning, it's for those kids, and they are the ones that feed us, and they're the ones that keep us going, because it's worth it, because it's them.
Patty, thank you so much for being a guest on Inspire You and Me. You are inspiring not just to our community, but to the youth, to our future. And I have to say to me too, and I always enjoy being in your presence. Thank you so much, and continue to do what you're doing, because you're a true blessing.
Thank you, Jessica.